Raise your hand if you're guilty of falling for someone's potential. I can't be the only one. I can't raise your hand, raise your motherfucking head, because many of us are guilty of for falling for someone's potential, or better yet, what they could be, like a Prince Charming, for example, or a Denzel Washington if you're, you know, an older citizen or middle aged, or Idris Elba for the millennials, for the dolls. Many of us are guilty of falling for someone's potential, what they could be, not necessarily who they are. It's not a terrible thing, but in my opinion, it's just you know, it's just a fall. You're just falling for a disaster because you're falling for somebody else. If that makes sense. Um, you got to be very particular, very careful who you decide to be with, because you fall in love with what they could be, not necessarily who they are. And a lot of us are guilty for that. A lot of us have big hearts. Feel like, and I feel like where we fuck up at is when we feel like we could fix somebody. That's not our job. We could create the space, but in that space, it's between them and God, between them battling their self. And that's okay. It's totally normal that people with big hearts want to help people, want to help um, motivate them, which motivating is not the problem. For us fixing, that's where we fuck up. But it's normal for people with big hearts to want to help, want to be that person that go to for someone that we love. And sometimes we can mess up because we're enabling them to be a certain way. Um, they do this, we do the same thing. It's like a pattern, it's a cycle, continuous cycle that keeps messing them up. That's why it's not our place, because we may not, as human, we may not know, is that we pretty much don't know the best way of getting to this person. That's why it's between them and God, or between them and whoever they serve. I'm just put it like that. But falling for somebody's potential is like falling for, it's like eating a velvet cake and there's no velvet. Like you're just eating straight, you just the cake. That might be a bad example, but like eating a banana pudding and there's no bananas. You know what I mean? It's like you eating what it could be, not necessarily what it is. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of us are guilty for falling for somebody's potential. And first of all, that is we're settling. It's not good to just settle for anything, because you will fall. I mean, you will fall for anything. You'll fall for anything being with somebody that's just has the potential of being like you can do better. Not saying that person is just the worst person to be with. It's just they need that time to really just build and just focus on getting their self together, because y'all may be on a different level as well. So it's just something to think about. Like I said, many of us are guilty of falling for somebody's potential. They could be as fine as they want to be. They could be working this good job with their personality, their character traits could be really screwed up. And you imagine them, you know, I'm not saying you want them to be your way, but you see this person for somebody else or somebody that they're not yet. Just don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on trying to, I guess, help them be that person that you want them to be, or that you see them being, because they're not yet. Just don't. Just don't do it. Like I said, I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. Falling for somebody's potential and they weren't there yet, and that's okay. I mean, we are not on the same time frame. If it's meant to be, it will happen again. But at the same time, I can't just wait. I have things to do as well, and I'm not for everybody. I might not be for everybody. They might not see me at the point where they would like for me to be, in order for us to grow together and all that beautiful stuff. But that's okay. Like, everybody's not for me. Everybody might not be for you, and that's okay. It's just realizing that and just keep going, because you might meet each other soon, or they might take that one step, but it might not be with you. Just be careful with your time. Life is precious. Time is precious as well. Take yourself into consideration. So, I hope that helps somebody. If you haven't already, go subscribe, and it should be on this side. Go subscribe, and like, share, and comment. And raise your hand in the comments if this applies to you. And I mean, this is a terrible thing. I know a lot of us go through that. A lot of us probably are going through that. Like, I mean, I see so much in him. Or I see so much in her. She could be this, or she's just about there, and like she could do so much better. Just realize, if a duck, if it quacks, it's a damn duck. I'm not getting to say it right, but y'all know what I mean. Just take the person for who they are at that moment. If they can't, you don't want them, to be what you want them to be when you want them to be it. You're not trying to like control anybody's feelings or control who they are as a person. You see, I mean, you may, the positive of it, you may see what they could be. Or you see, just like this doing this step, just, that. And that's okay, it's okay. But, hey, just accept the person, just accept them for who they are, not meaning that you have to be with them. I mean, I know they may hurt, but it'll hurt more just letting them stay at that one place. So, like I said, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, just subscribe. I will be back with more topics. I got to get ready to head to work, chase that bag. So, like, share, and subscribe again, and comment, raise your hand, and I can say that, what you're going through, or that's what you're going through, and I will comment back. It's all love. Just share some love. All right, you guys. See y'all later.